What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Black Medium. I'm your host, Goldwill.
With your boy Electronic Jack, aka Linwood Storm.
And what are we talking about today?
Black Protagonists of 2018.
Yep.
Specifically in cinema.
Yep, we're going to be talking about that today. So, I'll admit, guys, this one's a little late because somebody had Wi-Fi issues.
No. Oh, you're talking about yourself? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about yourself. You.
I can't be held liable for Wi-Fi issues.
I see.
Especially during a snowstorm. No, I don't even... No, there was no snowstorm. My bad. Just Wi-Fi. Okay.
I mean, just get a damn Ethernet cable.
I'm a cheap bastard.
They're like $7.
You know what else is $7? Condoms.
I guess?
So, condoms, Ethernet cable.
Condoms over Ethernet cable.
Because I spend a little bit more on the ultra thins.
How much do you spend on vegan fast food?
Oh, I don't have... I've tried to cut out the fast food. We are going
You
off
tried.
track.
You tried to cut...
I just tried.
I just want to know, do you spend more than $7 on vegan
Portobello
fast food?
mushroom. That's none of your business.
That's all I'm saying. Alright, vegan fast food over, stable internet?
I mean, as long as the porn video downloads.
And portobello... How does portobello steak taste?
Portobello mushroom sandwich, and it is perfect, delicious.
'Cause
sometimes they put a little bit too much soy sauce, but when it's right, it's right.
I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms as a meal, like, additive. But, like, as the main...
Have you tried adding mushrooms with the calzone?
Like, into a calzone? I actually
into a
don't.
calzone.
I don't eat calzones.
Okay, wow.
What do you mean, wow?
Calzones are delicious.
It's like a massive amount of cheese, right?
I love it.
That's why I don't. Isn't cheese a dairy product?
Yeah, it's a dairy product, but I use vegan cheese.
What the fuck is vegan? Okay, so
that's right. They make vegan cheese.
You eat vegan butter and vegan cheese. What the fuck are those?
Vegan butter, vegan cheese. What else? Vegan everything.
All vegan everything. I
mean,
mean,
vegan everything.
You're more cautious than me.
Cruelty free.
You're more cautious than me, because I definitely would have slipped up by now.
Wilbert the pig is not harmed in the making of my meal.
He isn't mine, bitch. I eat bacon like every other day. But yeah, let's get to this. I mean, we're on a stable internet here, so we're talking about Black Protagonists and the effect they had. Last year was pretty good.
A lot of great movies. I had a list somewhere, but off the top of my head, we had Black Panther, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to bother you.
Proud Mary.
Overlord.
Proud Mary. Come on, say it with me. Sounded
no.
Proud Mary. No. You enjoyed the shit out of that movie.
I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry movie came out as well. So Tyler Perry over Proud Mary? I would rather see a Tyler Perry... Yeah,
that's bars.
No. I did not see Blind Spotting, unfortunately. I heard it's a great movie. Here we go. I'm pulling up the document right now.
I know what else you didn't see last year.
What? Oh, Into the Spider-Verse. I did not see that.
Yeah, you didn't see it yet.
I'll catch it on fmovies.com.
Whoa, man. We don't promote pirating in here.
First Match was another great film. What else? The First Purge.
I mean, he was good in the action scenes.
The action scenes could have been a lot better filmed. Like it's like a made-for-TV movie. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, isn't The Purge supposed to be like conceptually a snuff film?
The second and third movies were very well made, and no, they're more action films than horror films.
Really?
Yeah, more action oriented. They try to add some horror elements to it, but it does not pan out well. They have no idea what they're doing, and they do not want to dive into the realm of exploitation, which is why it's getting old. But we have Black Klansman. That's another good one that
Oh
you need to
yeah,
see.
Spike Lee joint.
The man can do. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, which one was it?
Black Klansman.
Oh yeah.
The movie is entertaining, but I'm not gonna go into the whole behind the scenes stuff
Yeah, you don't have to.
with especially with Boots Riley's essay and Spike Lee's dismissal of it, which was very telling. Speaking of Boots Riley, we had Sorry to Bother You, which was a fantastic film. Definitely one for a double feature with Get Out, with Jordan Peele's Get Out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those thinking outside the box films.
Yeah, it's sci-fi and
Satire,
a lot of social commentary.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful film.
Wait, what was going on with Boots Riley and everything?
What do you mean?
You were saying
Boots
like
Riley and
an
Spike Lee,
essay
or-
and an essay going on. What's up? What's all that?
Yeah, so Boots Riley did an essay. He pretty much wrote an essay on why Black Klansman was able to be made. Apparently, the police department donated money for helped him out for the movie.
Uh-huh.
And if you watch Black Klansman, they kind of do their best to portray the police officers as not that terrible, not as terrible as they truly are in real life.
Oh, okay.
Like you have like of course you fudge real life events that movies are based on, but yeah, I definitely had that same feeling that Boots Riley had with Spike Lee. The direction that Spike Lee went into, you have these police officers, and it's clear that they're quote unquote the good guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the Black Panthers, of course, portrayed as radicals, kind of like the opposite of the KKK.
Oh,
There's one scene where the KKK is going white power, and then you have the Black Panthers going black power, and I would never do that as a filmmaker. Like,
it's
kind
definitely
of create that contrast.
Yeah, that
Because it couldn't be farther from the truth.
it's a little tacky. Okay, I can understand that. I mean, Spike got it. Or like on the other hand, if Spike got what you call it, funding from police.
Here's the thing: I respect Spike Lee, but he has made some very questionable choices. For example, his movie Cyrac. That movie wasn't originally titled Cyrac.
What was it called?
I have no idea what it was called, but it was not called Cyrac. And so apparently he couldn't get the script to sell or whatnot. And he said, okay, well, how can I make this movie seem interesting? Okay, I'm going to place it in Chicago, and I'm going to call it Cyrac. And as someone else mentioned, Chicago was getting away from that term, Cyrac, which is a joint word between Chicago and Iraq. Yeah.
So
to capitalize on real life chaos that's going on because you want to sell your movie. And if you look at the gangs in the movie, they aren't the type of gangs that are in Chicago. So you can tell that this movie was not made with Chicago in mind. Exactly. So after learning about that, I lost more respect. And then you had the whole Spike Lee giving away an address that he believed belonged to George Zimmerman, and now an innocent family is harassed because of that.
Ooh.
They took him to court and they won. So I believe he settled.
Wow.
Then you had the whole N-word debate with Quentin Tarantino. It wasn't a debate, but he was saying, why does Quentin Tarantino fetishize the N-word? Blah blah blah. And some points that he made I agree with, but at the same time, as a writer, I do feel like we should have the freedom to write whatever we want.
It's not a Tarantino script.
It's not exempt. Yeah, even the movies that he did not direct but wrote has the word in it.
Yeah.
So while it's bothersome to a degree, I understand where he's coming from because he's coming from a certain time period.
Right.
At the same time, it's like you've done some pretty controversial stuff in your movies as well, and I look at the final product. I look at the quality of the final product, and if the quality of the final product makes up for fetishization of a word, I'm fine with that because that's the universe, the fictional universe that he's creating. And I did not like the fact that he spoke out against Django Unchained when Django Unchained was not the first movie of its kind to depict a black cowboy. You know, I'm not sure if you've seen Buck and Preacher.
I have not.
Yeah, so that's set like after slavery, and of course you have I believe it's set after the Civil War. I'm not sure exactly when it's set, but it's a great black western. Sidney Poitier is in the movie, and what's his name? There's another actor who's in the movie, but he was also in Black Klansman. Funny enough, Buck and Preacher. Buck and the Preacher. My bad. Buck and the Preacher.
Gotcha.
Harry Belafonte.
Oh wow.
He also plays as someone in Black Klansman. So yeah, I definitely have issues with Spike Lee. However, that said, he is a good director. He's a good filmmaker, and he's made films that I do quite enjoy. Girl 6, one of his films that is considered the worst. I actually enjoyed it. Black Klansman, critically acclaimed. I didn't think it was fantastic, but it was enjoyable, and it looked like he took cues from Quentin Tarantino. Funny enough, especially with how much they said the N-word in Black Klansman.
You gotta make
it. It was also like it to a degree where it was indeed fetishized for comedy purposes, for comedic purposes.
Period. Authentic, man. That's what we call it.
But then what do you call Django Unchained and Jackie Brown and Pulp Fiction?
I honestly I don't see that as a fetish of the word. Like, okay, so he's writing dialogue for black characters, and surprise,
and black people say the
N-word. Yeah, it's like.
I mean, I call it fetishizing because it's a trend in his movies, and sometimes
Definitely.
he says it without there even being a purpose. Reservoir Dogs doesn't have any black people in it, and there's two conversations where the N-word is, pops up. Another movie of his, another movie that he wrote, True Romance, there's an entire scene behind Sicilians possibly being black, and one of the characters calling them spawns of niggers. Blacks and Italians, Sicilians. Oh, Sicilians are just spawns of niggers. It's funny.
It's
funny, just like the whole dead nigger storage scene. So
that
that's
shit was
why
hilarious.
I say it's hilarious. That's why I say, with all that being said, I understand where Spike Lee's coming from, but it's a part of the product, and the product makes up for it.
Yeah,
it's not just in there without a reason.
Can't be calling him out just for, writing.
Yeah.
Like Quentin Tarantino, I don't believe he says the word, but
oh, he says the word.
I don't believe so.
RZA has confirmed this.
Oh, RZA?
RZA confirmed this.
Damn. All right. Well,
Yeah.
my beliefs have been shattered. Well, honestly, I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, he's not the only white person who says the N-word.
Apparently not, according to Chris Rock.
Yeah. Like, it's I'm pretty sure white people say nigga often among each other.
Definitely. I mean,
as a term of endearment, of course, but it's like...
I mean, it is what it be. So, let's see. What you call it? What else came out? We covered all the movies, right? That came out, right?
Hotel Artemis, that had two characters who were black. The main character of Hotel Artemis is actually black, and he has a brother. The character has a brother who is also black. But while Hotel Artemis was disappointing, I did like the diversity in that movie.
Word.
So, and I said Overlord. Overlord was a fantastic war zombie flick, and the main character was black, bilingual, had strong morals, and he survived. I loved it.
He survived to the end of the film? No, he didn't. He died, didn't he?
No, he did not.
He survived.
Spoiler alert, he survived.
Holy shit.
Funny thing is, the trailers don't make it. The trailers that I saw of the movie didn't make it seem like he would be the main character. That's why going into the film, I was so surprised. I thought he would be dead. He's not the only black character in the film. What's his name? The guy who played soccer in Homecoming, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, he was in there too?
Yeah, he was in there too. And there was another black character who was in there. And surprise, only one black character made it out. So,
I mean, one step at a time and one black person at a time, friend.
I mean, again, I told you the protagonist was basically Finn if J.J. Abrams wrote Finn correctly.
What do you mean? He's a janitor in outer space. Duh.
Oh, I'm just a janitor.
I was actually kind of low-key pissed at that.
Low-key? I was high-key.
I was like, oh, no, they did not just make the black character Stormtrooper a janitor.
He's the this generation's Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not going that far.
Yes, he is.
I'm not going that far. I'm not.
Jar Jar Binks at least helped out.
Yeah, one of the worst sequences in modern cinema.
I kind of like that scene, the one with the balls and all that.
Oh my god,
okay.
That was stupid. That was
okay.
That was dumb.
I mean, the whole movie's dumb, aside from the Darth Maul sequences.
I mean, yes, midichlorians are stupid.
You know what? I like the pod racing scenes too.
The pod racing scene is actually really, really good.
Yeah, and they made a whole video game about it too, and I liked the video game. Played it on the Nintendo 64.
And it was also some of the character designs were pretty spot on. I like those.
Yeah. To be honest, the movie isn't bad. It's
Whoa, we're not gonna say this.
I enjoyed episode 1. I'll say that, and I enjoyed parts of episode 2.
Shame.
Episode 3 is the strongest.
Shame.
Out of the prequels.
Episode 3 is my favorite.
And you know what? I would rather watch the prequels than these new movies. To me, the prequels are better than these new movies.
Yeah, it's just easily. Like I can't.
And it's not because of well, I guess quality, like visual quality, visually
these are the best that
visually
Star Wars has ever
visually
looked.
These are the best Star Wars movies. The new Star Wars movies they look incredible. But
yeah, the
they
writing.
don't think outside the box. The writing is horrible. The characters are horrible.
Yeah, I think that's like where
the scenery is horrible.
People can finally see what writing does for
yeah.
a movie.
But you know how many backdrops were in the prequels? Like they took you to some incredible locations.
Yeah, that's
why I remember those films the most.
Like the sequel series, the writing has been either a complete copy of one of the other movies or just plain awful. Except for Rogue One. Rogue One was fantastic.
Rogue One was fire.
Alright, that was a good movie, but only because
that's because here's
the beginning and end were already decided for you. It's
exactly,
like everyone's gonna die.
The story's condensed.
There's no way you could screw that up. So yeah.
Whereas because the new movies are open ended. They did not write all the three movies at once.
Yeah, so they're
like an entire story. They're writing. Okay, we'll write this cliffhanger, then we'll take care of the cliffhanger in this.
Yep.
And then we'll do the last movie.
And there's gonna be
You
more
need a
movies.
plan first.
There's gonna be more movies. I can't understand.
Basically, the DCEU.
Yeah, they had a plan for the DCEU.
Well, yeah, Zack Snyder had a plan. They did not go through it.
Oh man, the plan would have been terrible. Okay, so did you know?
I would have been interested in seeing it.
I told you Steppenwolf was supposed to be in Suicide Squad. How would you even make that work?
I have no. I'm talking about Justice League.
I mean, but Steppenwolf was the main.
Let me just say this: I'm not saying that the movie would have been great, but I would have rather seen Zack Snyder's vision instead of what we got. What we got was unfinished. It was rust, and it was garbage.
It was meddled with and all that. I mean, I get that, but you know what? Zack Snyder pissed me off with Man of Steel.
Speaking of Black Protagonists, Cyborg, as you said in one of the previous Cosmic Source podcasts, Cyborg would have been great as the center of what was going on.
He really would have. Like, it was about the mother boxes, and one of the characters is made of a mother box. It would have made a lot more sense. And yet, they didn't. So it was like, I don't see where you guys are going with this. It's oh boy. It was a mess. It was a mess. But hey, there was a black character in that. But that was a 2017 movie.
Yeah.
But it was a black character in that. He's getting his own film, too.
Cyborg? No, he's not.
I remember...
Want to put money on that? No, I remember them announcing it, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. No. No, not with Ray Fisher. No. At least not with Ray Fisher and that design. Like...
They'll probably go with a minimalist design like they're doing now with Young Justice and the Titans.
That design looks terrible.
It does, but that's what they're going to be going. They're easing it in, if you can tell.
I just want, like, either classic Victor Stone or the cartoon Victor Stone. Can I get that?
No. Okay. Not without the other characters.
I mean, yeah. I kind of wish they had the other characters.
Titans has a better chance of,
Yeah, and Doom Patrol.
The DCEU. Yeah, which is coming out in 11 more days. I'm excited. Have you seen all of Titans?
Not yet.
Then I won't spoil it because the cliffhanger at the end, well, the end credit scene is awesome.
Okay, that's cool. I'll finish that up tomorrow when I get home from work.
Yes.
What you call it? Okay.
Oh, you know what? 2018 Black Protagonists, they changed Dove into a black man. Hawk and Dove, they changed Dove into a black man.
When? What? Wait, in the comics?
No, in the Titans.
He certainly was not a black man.
In the the original Dove. Have you seen the episode? You probably haven't seen the episode yet.
No, I haven't.
There's an episode that's dedicated to Hawk and Dove, and they talk about the original Hawk and Dove team and what happened to Dove. In the episode, they're stepbrothers. They kind of switch things up so they can have a black guy play Dove. And you know what? He does a great job.
Okay, that's
because I'm not so emotionally attached to the original Hawk and Dove in the comic books.
Neither
I can dig a black Dove,
right?
Especially because they didn't make him to be some kind of like he was a cool character in Titans.
Yeah, he absolutely was. Which means I need to. I was on last I checked, or last I've left off with you. I was on episode 5.
Yeah, let's see what episode that he shows up in. Don Hall, portrayed by Elliot Knight, appears in. Because I think the episode should be called Hawk and Dove, which is appropriate.
Yeah, if you guys can't tell,
No, it's called Hank and Dawn. So You're on episode 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have 4 more episodes to go before you reach that episode.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. And if you guys can't tell, I did not watch a lot last year. I will admit, I was slipping the whole year. You know, I've seen a few movies here and there, but mostly it was just
Yeah,
work.
you mostly watch TV shows.
Yeah.
You handle the TV shows. I'm more into the movies.
I mean, I love movies, but the thing is, for me...
Oh, I'm just saying that you tend to watch more of the TV.
Yeah, because I need to go to the movie theater to watch a movie as well. What I was going to say.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I'm not a heathen, but this is just how I am.
I have sinned. I will admit.
Anyways, so we ran through quite a extensive list of black protagonists. Well, black movies with black protagonists.
Because you saw Into the Spider-Verse. So
Yeah,
how was Miles as a black protagonist?
Miles was very good as a black protagonist because they wrote him as, you know, an actual child, but they actually added in a lot of cultural nuance that you don't really get to see in a non-negative light. For instance, he goes to a prep school, and yet he wants to be more like his uncle, who's a notorious tagger and criminal. But the uncle isn't portrayed as like this, like, you know, disgusting human being who you wouldn't want to hang around. He's portrayed as the cool uncle who's probably got a couple of secrets and, you know, takes you to do some wild shit. Like I said, but he's not.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
But he's not portrayed as like the scum of the earth initially. But either way, it shows Miles being torn between his prep school upbringing and him wanting to be more like his streetwise uncle. And they show it in a really interesting way with him, you know, trying to choose between the two. And Miles as a protagonist was it was actually clear cut, you know, what he was going through and how he felt on certain situations. And yeah, I felt like the movie did him complete justice as a character. From minute 1 to the final closing credits, it was just a fantastic film. And yeah, I that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Like, I can't really say anything else without spoiling it, but Miles handles everything well, and I
feel like that's positive representation.
Absolutely. It was positive representation, and...
What about in comparison to Black Panther?
Hell yeah. Like I said, in comparison to Black Panther, even though they're different mediums somewhat, one being animated and one being, you know, live action, I felt like the character of Miles Morales was definitely representative of younger black youth in a more positive way that we're seeing the effects of, you know, kids want to get the masks now and they want to get the costumes. So he was a character you could connect with, that you really felt like. And the movie's plot setup made his journey just feel like it hits right close to home, even for kids who may not understand all of the nuance that was going on.
Even for white kids?
Yeah. The story, you haven't seen it, but it definitely goes over the theme of finding your place in the world. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of more a meta commentary on Miles Morales, because there was a time where people were like, Black Spider-Man, what the hell? You know,
Which is weird, because you have a Mexican Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You've had Spider-Woman.
But you can't have a black one, man. Not black Hispanic. Nah, just...
You guys are trying to push this PC social justice.
Stop trying to shove this down my throat. I never liked that phrase. I mean...
It's pretty...
It's pretty suggestive.
homosexual.
Yeah, pretty much right there. They won't admit that they're making innuendo, but I mean when they say, because I think I just read an article where it was like Black Panthers being shoved down our throats, and I was like, you sure you want to use that phrasing?
All 12 inches.
You got that BBC going down your throat. Did you want to rephrase that? So
Yeah,
yeah.
like we're getting Jordan Peele's Us this year.
Ooh,
I'm
that looks
excited.
like it's gonna be so good. He made I Got Five on It sound creepy. This man is a
I never knew that someone could do that.
me either. Like it was just incredible. That trailer looks creepy, like creepy.
And it looks like a horror film. You could take those characters out, swap them with the white family.
You could, but
Wouldn't be a difference.
please don't.
Exactly.
You absolutely could.
Like I'm just saying, like we need to start thinking outside the box. We don't need to like as I've said before, we need to stop thinking urban and start thinking, hey, we could do these horror films that white people are doing.
And
We
that's
could do these sci-fi films that white people are doing.
where the where 2018's Black Protagonists. I think we're on a rise here, like
Definitely.
because we have.
But I want a plethora of black films in different areas.
That's what I mean. Like I think 2018 was a start. There was a lot of good representation. No more
Yeah,
Pookies.
all over the place, yeah.
Yeah, we don't got Pookie no more. You know. It's,
Well, no, because you had a remake of Superfly,
look, man.
the blaxploitation movie.
Look, man.
So you had one film. You had one film out of all the other. And I did not watch Superfly. I saw the original. This one looks like a cheap casting.
Wasn't it
But
like
to who? I'm like
a trap up?
black people reacted. Black people reacted negatively to the trailer. They were like, "We just finished watching Black Panther. Why the hell do we want to watch this BET special?"
It was like a trap update of Superfly, and I was just like, "Ooh, okay." Like, wasn't it brought into modern century, or was it like an
Yeah,
actual?
they got drug dealers dealing with Bitcoin and all that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think that's the right. Like, what's with this Proud Mary and then Superfly? Like,
Some black people, all they know is blaxploitation. Meanwhile, there are many '90s black films that are incredible.
give me Blade 4.
Even early 2000 black films. What was that?
Give me Blade 4. All right.
Nah.
Wesley's like what, 54?
Reboot Blade, have Wesley Snipes in the MCU.
Exactly. Give me Blade 4. And just pretend the other ones were canon. 56. He's 56. He can still do a kickflip. Give me Blade 4.
Oh, yeah, he can still fight. He was in the Expendables 3 movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that's all I want. I want him to give me a new Blade movie and just pretend the other 3 movies happened in the MCU somewhere off the coast of
That
New
that
Jersey.
would be no, because we have the same issue with the Defenders. So much has happened with the Defenders. Like, where does Thanos take place in that? The closest TV show that Marvel has in the MCU that
Agents of
kind
S.H.I.E.L.D..
of stays canon, kind of stays close, is the Sealed, Agents of Sealed.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
Because they've mentioned Thanos in Agents of Sealed. So,
The agent Colvin, I think it is.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in that show. So
Yeah. They
and
brought
I
him
think
back.
Nick Fury also showed up in that too.
Yeah, he showed up. I think Lady, what's her name?
Lady Deathstrike? Don't say Lady Deathstrike.
No.
Okay, I was going to say
Agent
that would
of
be badass.
S.H.I.E.L.D.. Lady Sif,
I don't know.
SIF,
Lady C.
from, I think she was in a Thor movie.
Oh, that's why I didn't see her.
Yeah.
That's why.
But yeah, that show was very connected to the movies.
Yeah. But even then, just say it happened all before like the Avengers went through. Iron Man was in 2009. And the
Yeah.
films all take place within a relative time period to when they're actually released. So just say all that Blade shit was happening in the
I'll
90s.
I'll put it to you like this: Into the Spider-Verse was supposed to have Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland make cameo appearances, but they chose not to do that to confuse the
I'm still
audience.
confused. I'm confused now
But
that they
here's the
didn't
thing: if
do
they
it.
won't do that, what makes you think they're gonna add old Blade movies to the MCU? Nah, they're gonna reboot that shit.
With old ass Wesley, I don't know.
No, I mean no, they're gonna use a new actor.
The guy from the first Purge, maybe.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. I would be down for that. I would actually be down for that. I wasn't even thinking about him, but yeah.
I mean, give him a chance. You never know.
I'm down for that because, I mean, can he do martial arts? That's what I'm hoping.
I mean,
Yes, you could train him like they trained Cameron, not Cameron Diaz. What's that girl from Atomic Blonde?
Lucy. No, that's not Lucy. Was it
No,
Lucy?
that's
No,
Kill
that's
Bill. That's Kill
that's
Bill.
Kill Bill.
That's Kill
Atomic.
Bill.
Damn it.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Theron.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Charlize Theron.
And right now they're training Halle Berry for the John Wick 3 movie, so they can do the same thing with the guy from the first Purge. I hate saying the guy from the first Purge. What is his name?
Yeah. Let me not disrespect.
I'm
Yolan Noel. Yolan Noel.
Yeah,
He's-
Yolan Noel. Yeah,
Yeah, he's 30 years old. He's a young guy.
kind of looks like the guy from Moonlight, the Moonlight movie. But yeah,
Marshala.
I can definitely. No, the main character when he becomes an adult.
Oh, wait, that's Mahershala Ali.
Nope.
Oh,
that's not him.
it's not him.
I'll look it up right now.
Didn't see that film either. I'm trash.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. If it's not a very long film, so see it. I didn't think it was good, but it tried. Trevante Rhodes
Okay.
played, yeah, and he's a very good actor. I thought he was a very good actor.
Okay.
He definitely could play. He definitely could emote as a black man. So, but I don't think that Trevante could play Blade. The other guy, could do it, but Trevante, I don't know. Never say never because who knew Robert Downey Jr. could play Tony Stark?
Who knew?
Or Heath Ledger could play Joker?
Yeah, who knew who Robert Downey was?
Or Ben
before
Affleck could
that?
play Batman?
And I thought he was a good Batman, to be honest.
Same here.
Yeah, I thought he was really good at it. I just thought his writing.
The
Yeah,
writing
his script was
there's no
bad.
background for him.
Yeah.
Just throw him into the mix. I'm angry. I kill too.
Yep, that's pretty much what happened there. But to be fair, his fight scene was pretty damn good.
You know what? Trevante Rhodes played in The Predator. I totally forgot about that. He could possibly do Blade because I did like him in the Predator movie. A lot of people did not like the Predator movie, but the Predator movie was actually the first Predator movie that I saw. That's right. That came out 2000. You know what? 2018 Black Protagonists. The Predator had quite a few.
You watched
It
The
had
Predator?
Keegan Michael. Keegan. No, Key.
Yeah,
Peele.
Key.
Trevante Rhodes. Let's see. Sterling K. Brown, who plays what's his name from Aquaman. Is that the? No, you know what? No, I'm thinking about a different person. No, I think I'm thinking about a different person. My bad. The guy who plays Black Manta is the guy from First Match. Wow, black people really look alike. I'm getting so confused.
Oh, whoa!
I'm getting so
Racist
right
alert! Racist
now. I'm
alert!
getting so racist right now, but yeah.
That was your first Predator movie?
Yeah, my first Predator movie. I did not see the one with what's it called?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger. I did not see it.
That's
I haven't
unfortunate.
seen it yet. I plan on seeing it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's a pretty good film. So is Alien. Alien's really good. Did you see Alien?
I have not seen Alien.
Alien is really, really good. Like,
I'm
It's
putting
one
it
of my
on the
favorite
list. I have
sci-fi
not seen
movies.
it.
it's one of my favorite sci-fi movies. Just like it's still creepy as fuck. Just from the minimalism and the tension they could generate from silence. And surprise, bitch! And then someone dies. It's actually really good.
Yeah, like I said, I'm catching up on a lot of those type of films. So
Yeah, those are.
I haven't
got a lot
even
to catch up on.
seen all of the Rambo movies.
I think I've seen one Rambo film. I don't
I've
even know which
seen
one it was.
Some of.
I watched
Rambo
a Rambo. That's it. Was it
A
First
Rambo.
Blood? I think I did see First Blood. Okay, that was the thing I was saying or thinking in my head, and I didn't know if it was like an actual title of the film. First Blood. Okay,
First Blood, yeah.
so that is Rambo. Okay, I did see First Blood. My memory is spotty of it, but I did see it. And there's going to be a 2019 sequel called Last Blood. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a western, so that'll be interesting.
A Western Rambo.
Yeah. It can work. It can work. A western, as in the type of tone, not
Stallone's an old man.
He can do it. He can do it. I still need to see Creed 2, which was another film with a black protagonist.
And directed by a black man.
That's right. The best black movies are directed by black people,
Who knew?
unless Quentin Tarantino, helps out.
I mean,
Django Unchained.
if you get
Great movie.
Quentin Tarantino, you get Samuel L. Jackson like as a package deal. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would work with him. So yeah, that's a lot of the films, like got a lot of
Yeah, we
interesting things.
unfortunately did not see all of them, but I saw enough.
I didn't, so that's why mostly you for the skinny on it, and I think that representation is shining through here. There's Miles Morales mask now being sold at Walmart. We made it.
Yeah, so
I need
all
Proud
the
Mary's
other
gun.
groups out there, stop saying "Where's my Black Panther?"
Oh man, I
Put
don't
in the
even
work.
know.
We're putting in the work. Put in the work.
I don't. Where are the other directors?
Like I'm talking
Are
about
there any
whenever,
Hispanic
whenever we
directors?
whenever we get a movie, they're like, "Where's my version of the movie?" I hate that. Where's the Latino Black Panther?
I just need what you call it? Like, where are the? Are there Hispanic directors? I know there's some Asian.
Rodriguez.
Okay, just a couple. There's one. The one who
There's
made
one.
Crazy Rich Asians. That was an Asian director.
Yeah.
We need more diverse directors too.
Again, we black people and Asian people need to come together, create our own studios together.
Was it him? No, it's not him. Wow, John M. Chu. Okay, James Wan's another one. He's
Fantastic. He's a fantastic director.
okay.
Love him.
Okay,
Death
so-
Sentence is one of my favorite movies. So, and the Fast and Furious. He did one, and it's another favorite of mine. I forgot the title. The titles get crazy.
Was it Tokyo Drift?
I don't believe so. It was one of the crazier ones.
7? Or Too Fast 2? No, not Too Fast. No, Fast 5?
Let's see.
Oh, Justin Lin also was the one who directed Tokyo Drift, so I'm going to add that to the list. Let's see, directors, Jane Wan, he did 7, Furious 7. Oh wow, Justin Lin directed Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious 5 and 6. Way to go.
So James Wan directed Furious 7. So
Yeah. I just said that.
Oh, okay.
You zoned out?
Yeah, I was looking at the writing credits.
That's pretty cool. That's okay. So we're seeing diversity all over the place.
Not as much as Black exposure, but we're getting there. Again, we have to start making our own movies.
Oh yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
only way that
Take the
we're
shotgun approach. Take the shotgun approach.
Yes.
Don't do it. Just get funding.
Nope.
I mean, we're in
Kick
the
down the
crowd.
doors like rappers used to do in the 90s.
We're in the crowdfunding age, man. We don't need to. This is
Yeah, then we got, I
we can
think
get millions.
Michael Jai White's coming out with a film this year. I'm not sure. Y'all set me on that?
He
It's
has
a-
that new western too.
Yeah, it's like a sequel to Black Dynamite. It's not a sequel, but
It's like Johnny Cowboy or something.
uh,
Let me go look this up. Michael
Johnny Cowboy. What?
It's like something cowboy. There we go. Let's see. And then the sequel. God, I'm trying to remember because I saw the trailer for
Outlaw
it. It was
Johnny Black.
Outlaw Johnny Black.
Yeah.
There we go. I was like Johnny something. G4 still does Attack of the Show. Wow.
Really? Wow. Okay.
No, they don't. Okay, so what the?
Oh, got my hopes up for nothing.
I was like, wait, what? Oh no, okay. I was just reading the Wikipedia here. He said he hinted that a sequel of Black Dynamite was coming on Attack of the Show, which shows how long ago he said that.
Yeah. I mean, he also mentioned a Moors movie,
Yikes!
and apparently it's supposed to start production this year.
Is
But I
he
saw that trailer a long time ago.
getting into directing?
Yeah, he directed Black Dynamite, I believe. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure because I know it was a collaborative effort.
Scott Sanders, from what we're seeing here on the wiki.
Scott Sanders, yeah, he directed it.
You know, Michael Jai White is also he's similar to Samuel L. Jackson.
No, he's similar to Fred Williamson because Fred Williamson and Michael Jai White both have the whole black entrepreneur overseas film type formula.
Well,
But how is he similar to Samuel L. Jackson?
because he does not discriminate on what he like shows up in. The dude has showed up in
he has
what-
discriminated on because I was actually listening to a podcast. You know the stereotypical roles and all that. He said this great quote. He said, "It's not." And it wasn't from him. I think it was from Wesley Snipes who told him it says you are defined as a black actor by the roles that you do not take.
Well, I mean, I wasn't saying like that. I mean like the mediums, like Samuel L.
Like the
Jackson.
genres,
Like Samuel L. Jackson shows up on TV. He shows up in
oh,
cartoons.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and Michael Jai White, he's been in TV. He's been in web series for Mortal Kombat. What you call it?
He's played in Static Shock, Justice League. He played Doomsday in yeah.
He's been on TV. He's been on movies. Like his budget or his salary does not seem to be as high. He always stays in his B movie areas too. I wish he would just like
Yeah,
go
but I
mainstream.
love him for that because but
Go
what
mainstream.
What kind of movies will he be in if he goes mainstream? That's my worry.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true because sometimes the B movies just get the better quality. To be honest.
Yeah,
They're
especially when
just-
it comes to accent. Oh, Accident Man, Michael Jai White, that came out in 2018. Scott Adkins is actually the main protagonist, but Michael Jai White has a couple of great fight scenes. So, yeah.
It's been a pretty good following or previous year for Black Protagonists, I gotta
Yes.
say. And the representation is definitely showing. I think we're gonna start seeing a cultural shift hopefully soon. Because people haven't been complaining about it, recently. Especially with Into the Spider-Verse showing up, a lot of people are giving positive word of mouth to that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that movie. It was just one of my favorite movie experiences. Period.
Yeah, I definitely need to check it out then.
Holy shit! Like, I can't believe that film was that good. As an animation nut, because I love animation, as I've stated numerous times, the blending of animation styles in that movie, and with the directors clearly taking advantage of the fact that yes, this is a cartoon, they went all out.
Yeah, it definitely had like an Ultimate Spider-Man feel from what I saw.
Oh yeah, cranked up, even better than that. And I was just like, this is a beautiful movie. This is a fantastic film. Kingpin's design is a little weird, but that's okay. I'll accept it.
Well, yeah, they take liberties with him here and there.
Liberties is the guy's the size of an actual subway car, so
Wow.
I mean, I don't see it as a blemish. I just think that whatever. It was a cartoon, like an actual cartoon.
Yeah, you have to allow some exaggeration.
Yeah, it took so many livers with the word cartoon. So that was it. It was just fantastic to see it all, and to know that my little sister can watch a film with a black kid in it.
Yeah.
And she can relate to it on more levels than just the story levels. That's, like the Static Shock episode where he met the black hero, and he had said, I wish we had heroes that looked like us. That's kind of, what we're getting at. That's kind of the whole thesis of this episode, why we're talking about the black protagonists. Because it's cool to be a fan of heroes. I'm a fan of Superman. Big Superman fan. I have a Superman wallet, a Superman bobblehead that I'm looking at right now. And I'm a fan of The Flash. Spider-Man, I'm actually a big fan of. Wolverine, Nightcrawler. And I am a fan of black heroes, but there aren't that many that are actually good.
Or interesting.
Yeah. So, and it's always good to see representation like this in such a positive light. In which case, for a moment, even if it's just for a moment, I can feel more connected to the character on screen because they look like me.
Definitely. I definitely agree.
Yeah, like that's something.
And it's
not
motivating as well.
Exactly. It's not racist to like zero in on that quality of a character.
Especially when the norm is white.
That's what they think the norm is.
No, I mean in film.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. That's what they think the norm is.
Like if you
character.
compare black representation to white representation in film, white representation will overshadow black representation.
Yeah, that's I know what you mean. I know what
Okay.
you mean. Yeah. So that's why with so many of the black films that came out last year, I can't wait to see what we get this year. I mean, it's basically gathering up steam.
Yeah, we just need to keep on pushing.
Oh yeah, I mean, Black Panther is definitely going to be like a big franchise. Who knows? Maybe Shuri's going to get, because she got her own offshoot comic.
Well,
from the movie.
they're bringing back Killmonger. If I heard, if it's more than just a rumor, they're bringing back Killmonger.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be flashbacks.
I hope they bring him back.
I don't.
If it's going to be the same director, I hope they bring him back, and maybe he and the Black Panther have to work together for one scene. A guy can dream.
Here's the way I hope that goes if that does happen. If they do bring him back, it's like you said, briefly, and he works with Black Panther for one scene or something like that. But he also shows that he's learned his lesson in some way.
I mean,
well, not learned his
he'll
lesson.
Probably
because
become the Black Loki.
Eh.
Just a little bit more serious. That's what I see.
Because I think that his death was really poignant. It was a poignant death. Like, there's no reason to bring him back.
Oh, so Loki can be brought back, but the black villain.
Boy, Loki got choked the fuck out. Did you not
after
see that?
Dying several times in other movies.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Thanos let that Infinity Gauntlet finish. Nah, I'm just kidding. That boy's coming back.
Yeah, they announced a series.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
coming back. Wait, are they announced a series with Tom Hiddleston?
I have no idea if he's going to be in it, but they announced the series.
I'm about to say, I was like, they get Tom Hiddleston. I'll watch.
Yeah.
That guy's handsome. I could say that.
Yes, you can. It's 2019.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean
We're
it's
not,
2019?
we're not judging.
I feel like I'm being judged just for
we're
not
we're
lying.
not judging. We're not judging. at all.
That felt judgy as fuck.
We are not judging.
Alright, so judging aside, I'd watch a series with Tom Hiddleston because he's also a good actor.
I just hope they don't
Not
keep
gay.
on. Yes, I just hope they don't keep on recycling the same characters whenever they want. I don't. There's so many other Marvel characters. Let a few of them die.
The cosmic
a few of them
characters
stay
are coming
dead.
soon. No, and
Yeah.
the cosmic characters are coming soon. With the Captain Marvel movie definitely introducing the Skrulls and the Kree, so that leaves open room for the Nova Corps and the Annihilators. So, and with the Annihilators comes the obvious one with the surfboard, which will introduce the obvious
Silver
four.
Surfer. Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic
So-
Four.
And probably more. They'll probably introduce mutants too. I'm hoping so.
It's gonna
Please
be
make
like a
it so.
decade before they do that.
Man, don't be like that.
Or if they do it, they'll slowly start to do it. Or they'll introduce them, but they won't say they're mutants.
I think they're gonna do a little modern take, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
have an-
Storm will probably be the first.
have an event in in-game that makes mutants, because they use the events of what was it called? Shit. The first Avengers film for Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
They use the events of the first one to make the weapons from the Chitauri. So I'm thinking maybe some sort of event like Thanos alters reality and that introduces mutants like Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm. It'll definitely change a lot of the history of the X-Men. But I think with MCU's track record, I don't think they'll do it too tacky.
Yeah.
That's just my thinking on it. Because they like to tie all this stuff together.
I mean, I'm sure they'll find a way. They haven't screwed up yet. Unlike the DCEU, but I'm not gonna get into
What?
that.
What's DCEU? DCEU could come back this year if all they need to do is make an announcement. Just make an announcement for one thing. And we'll cover this on another podcast, but in the
It's
meantime, we'll cover this if they make one announcement this year. Do you know who that is?
What?
Icon. If they just make an announcement
No.
on an Icon movie,
No.
hear me out.
They
If they make
already
it,
fucked up the DCEU. Please don't fuck up Milestone.
hear me out.
I'd rather another company other than DC do Milestone.
They can poach another director from the MCU. They already got James Gunn.
Oh, that's gonna be horrible.
Well, aren't you just a pessimistic patty?
Here's the thing. David Ayer is a much better director than James Gunn, and James Gunn has good movies. However, when it comes to Suicide Squad, I cannot see James Gunn taking the Suicide Squad in the direction that needs to be taken.
Are you kidding me?
should've
He
just
literally took the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is basically the Star Wars Suicide Squad, and made them likable.
That's implying that the Guardians of the Galaxy movies... Well, that's implying that I find the Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
movies good.
Because they were definitely critically acclaimed.
The second movie was enjoyable, but again, I don't hold those films in high regard.
You just hate the first one for the dance-off.
I do.
You're just a
I do.
prude.
There's a lot of films that I hate because of the way they ended. I hated
Yeah.
A Law-Abiding Citizen because the main character got killed off. Because justice always prevails.
I hated The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, I criticized that shit a lot
Yeah,
for
the
that
ending
ending.
was bad. The ending was bad.
That ending was fucking
But
terrible.
like
It
I
ruined
said,
the
for
whole
me, it's
movie.
like the ending can ruin the whole movie. Exactly. That's
It
what I'm
ruined the
saying.
entire film. Like, it just destroys my engagement. I was like, wow, this sucks dick. I wish I was not watching this film.
Yeah. Like it
So,
ruins replay value for me. That's the thing.
because you know it's going to that shit ending.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow.
Whereas with the second Guardians of the Galaxy film, they already set the tone from the very beginning. Hey, this is going to be a sci-fi movie with a juvenile humor, great special effects, and I was like, okay, I'm in. And
Basically.
It committed to all of that. It committed to the tone that is set from the very beginning. First one did not.
That's true. I can give you that. It doesn't, it at least lets you know, look, this is gonna be loony. But I think James Gunn can rock Suicide Squad.
I mean, he doesn't have anything under his plate to suggest that he would. Compared
It's
to if David Ayer couldn't do it with they're gonna, a PG-13 Suicide Squad movie. They forced David Ayer to do a PG-13 Suicide Squad movie.
Well, they didn't. Okay, so the reason Suicide Squad sucked is because of the tanking of Batman v Superman. That's literally why. As mentioned, it was supposed to be Steppenwolf. There was an original plan involved. There's a literal Ayer cut that's like 30 hours long. At least that's what I'll call it, the Ayer cut. It's like they shot a lot of footage and ended up having to literally hack and slice
Are you talking
all
about for
of it up.
Suicide Squad or
Yeah, Suicide
okay.
Squad. Yes, Suicide Squad. There's a ton of it, and I forgot. I think it was like Jared Leto or who. Somebody said in an interview like there is a full version of the movie that you will never get to see. That's entirely different.
Yeah, with a lot more Joker. Yeah.
With a lot more Joker. Not like he needed to be in the fucking movie at all, but hey.
I would have preferred Joker being the antagonist compared to the Witch, even though they were faithful in that sense because the Witch was the first villain that they faced off against in the original comic books.
Honestly,
It just looked bad.
DCEU just doesn't stay, faithful in the first place anyway. They need to stay that faithful. I thought she was underwhelming.
I mean, she was just your regular villain. I'll build a huge tower, turn everybody into this, that.
They worship machines.
Same plot that the Amazing Spider-Man had. Same plot that every other movie has.
They
that wants to
worship
go
machines.
epic.
Yeah, it was. Although that, oh man, the trailers really made that movie look way
great.
better.
It made it look great. I was hyped for it.
Yeah, but then, wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. David Ayer's directing still shined for what it was worth. Some shots are kind of really shitty and unclear.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if the movie was better, the action scenes would have served much more enjoyment.
Yeah.
At least that's my take on it. But either way, back to what I was saying. If DC just announces anything, just say the word icon, all the fans will get really hard stiffies.
No.
For an entire year.
No.
Just say the word icon.
Most DC fans don't even know anything about Icon.
And that's where all the people who are educated in Icon, like you, I know you would. Don't act like you wouldn't. You would just go out there and be like, yes! They're making an Icon movie.
He's not the type of character that you adapt by himself. You would have to include Rocket.
Of course. Of course, DCEU is stupid. They wouldn't do that. They shot Jimmy Olsen. So you're only getting one of them. You're gonna get Icon. And you're not gonna get the interesting contrast between, a middle-class black woman trying to tell a conservative black man, hey, some things just aren't as they seem, bro. But I'm just saying, would that not be dope?
If handled by another company, yeah.
But look, DC has hit it out the park before.
When?
The Nolan trilogy, the Nolan double
Okay,
movie,
we're talking about the people handling the DCEU.
Wonder Woman.
Average.
How dare you?
Very average. It's compare Wonder Woman with the any Marvel movie. It's average. It's like
I thought it was as good as one of the Captain America films. Honestly,
hell no, no way.
I loved it, especially for the sequence in No Man's Land, where she was holding the shield against the Gatling gun. That was godlike.
All right, so I'm gonna say something that a lot of other people have agreed who love these kind of films. Wonder Woman is the type of character that you can't really. A PG-13 rating doesn't really work well on Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Same thing with Wolverine.
She
Both are characters that you have to let loose.
She doesn't outright like murder people. You do know that, right?
Yo, well, this one does. Well, this one doesn't.
Wonder Woman never really.
I'm just saying that it's a war film. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed.
You don't.
Wonder
have
Woman
to
cuts people. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
you don't
do.
have to have like a bunch of
If you're
bloodshed.
going to be faithful to certain characters, yeah, you gotta have the bloodshed.
But Wonder Woman's whole
that's
narrative.
why it didn't work with Wolverine. Wolverine cut people in the original X-Men films, no blood. I'm like, I don't feel that.
But I mean, Wonder Woman's not known for bloodshed. You can do it without the bloodshed. You can make a hype ass action film because.
Oh yeah, you can do Wolverine without the bloodshed. It's just gonna be boring.
No, I said Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that just like Wonder Woman and both Wonder Woman and Wolverine were done originally without the bloodshed, and
I mean,
it's not that impressive.
But think of it like this: Captain America: First Avenger was a war movie, had a lot of shooting of dudes and hitting them with a magic boomerang shield.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe half a pint of blood in that film. Still one of the best films in the MCU.
But the MCU's tone is pretty light.
So is Wonder Woman's.
What?
You're facing... Okay, the MCU was literally facing... Oh, sorry, Captain America the First Avenger, that was World War One, right?
Okay, but here's the thing.
You're facing down the Nazis. That's a pretty heavy tone. That's a very heavy tone with literally heavy... Nazi symbolism throughout the entire film, aka Hydra and Red Skull being Nazis. You can't say that the comparison is like out of the park.
You mean with the themes between Wonder Woman and Captain America? Yeah, they're similar.
Dealing with the horrors of war.
But with violence, I expect more from DC. I expect more from DC characters than Marvel characters.
But Wonder Woman isn't about the violence. That's what the film
Wonder
was
Woman
about.
has a sword and she cuts up people.
Oh my goodness! Did you watch the film?
Yeah, I watched the film, and she uses her sword
You're
on people, and there's no blood.
Oh my goodness! You know,
so I was disappointed.
An actual sword slash wound will not yield a lot of blood. You do know that, right? It's gonna stay within the clothing.
I know, and an explosion might have limbs falling out everywhere, but
you are just
limbs.
I believe you get off on blood and violence.
I do. That's why I get bored when I watch superhero movies like Wonder Woman. Because I come in there expecting some Xena type shit, and
you need some help.
And I get Wonder Woman. No, because I look at movies from a film perspective. That's why the majority of superhero movies, they can bore you because they follow. They're trying to stay contained in what they are marketing themselves towards their demographic, and I get that. It's smart, and that's pretty much why I was surprised by Civil War. Is still my favorite film from the MCU,
right?
And you call it deconstruction, but I feel like all of these movies should be deconstructions. Like, how else would you approach these characters?
Civil War was a deconstruction and is pretty brilliant for doing that. But at the same time, you don't approach heroes as deconstructions because heroes in general are more heavily symbolic, and the themes that they're behind.
You don't find that boring?
No, I don't. You know me, I could sit through pretty much anything. But the thing is, the reason it worked, the reason Civil War and Winter Soldier both worked as deconstructions, because you're deconstructing symbols. Like, remember, Winter Soldier was about deconstructing the America Captain America knew back in the day as a more honest place and in favor of a more invasive America that he felt completely out of place with. Civil War was deconstructing the idea of what good are the heroes doing, still treating the heroes basically as symbols, while also respecting them as characters. Take notes, DC. But honestly, superheroes, to put it like Movie Bob did, superheroes are the new American cowboy for film.
That probably explains why I'm getting tired of them, because I don't like westerns that much.
Well, I mean, you're retarded. Okay.
I'm psyched for Captain Marvel though, but yeah,
I am.
I'll probably bootleg that.
Whoa, man! Watch
Like
the
I said,
language.
the only superhero movies I'm interested in seeing in theaters are the Avenger movies.
I'll keep the superhero films up, but let me not digress any further. Actually,
it's been like an hour.
It actually has been. I was just about to say that we're running a little long here, and I need to get up in the morning. Let's go ahead and wrap this up here.
Too.
You need to eat your vegan cheeses and your vegan sausages.
Make it sound so gay.
I mean, I'm sure you like it. I'm sure you take big bites out of vegan sausage.
I know, cruelty free.
Cruelty-free.
Doesn't harm the animal.
Yeah, it gives plenty of. Anyways, let me not go further into innuendo. Alright, so closing out here, black representation is important in cinema, and I'm glad that we're headed into a more positive direction.
And I'm glad that we're inspiring a lot of black creators to kind of join in on the fun.
That's right. Ryan Coogler, do your thing. Keep doing your thing. So, in conclusion, I'm Gold Will.
I am Electron Jack, aka Linwood Storm.
And this has been Black Medium. We'll see you guys next time.